You know, when kids get into trouble, one of the first things parents go to is consequences, as if there's a magic thing that when you come up with the right consequence, this will never happen again. And I think we need to put it in a bigger picture. First of all, we need to be calm when we deliver the consequence. So when something happens, it doesn't mean you have to have the consequence ready right away. It's fair to say, I need to think about this for a while. It's fair to say, why don't you think about what we should do? The reality is the consequence gets their attention. If the consequence is too severe, they get resentful and they don't learn from it. I believe the consequence should naturally follow what they've done. So if they came home late and they came home late and by an hour, the next day they owe you an hour's worth of time because you stayed up for that hour. And they're probably grounded for a night and they probably can't use the car for a while, but they might have to do some sort of chore for you. Wash the car, cut the lawn, do something in the kitchen. I really believe consequences are best when kids have to do something. They actually have to be involved, as opposed to taking things away. Because this is a way they earn forgiveness. They earn their way back into the well-being of the family, rather than just having something taken away from them. But the key is, once the consequence is there, they came home late, you said, okay, tomorrow you're gonna have to give us an hour and wash the car or whatever it is. It's important, the next step is the part that most parents leave out, which is to look at them and say, look, when you realized you were gonna be late, was there some part of you that said, call home, bad idea, figure out a way to get home on time? After they've been caught, after the consequences in place, 99% of kids will go, yeah, that was this little part that said I should have called. So now you're gonna change the game. You basically, metaphorically, come around the side of them and say, so, what got in the way of you listening to yourself? And they'll say, what? What got in the way of you listening to yourself? There's a part of you that knew exactly what to do, but you didn't listen to yourself. What stopped you from listening to yourself? At which point, this is the narcissism of adolescence that we play with. They become fascinating to themselves. Why didn't I do that? And then eventually they'll come up with some answer, and it'll be because Jackie would have made fun of me or something other. It's kind of a light answer. The last thing we want to say to them is, bottom line, you've got that part of you that always knows what's right. I want you to learn to listen to it. The better you listen to that, the better off you're going to be. That's the end of it. No lecture, no heavy duty about the consequence, empowering them knowing that they're going to leave the home at some point, and that voice has to be strong with them. And this is a way we reinforce the voice rather than get lost in the consequence.